you guys came from different companies? Company where the leads weren't really leads, where you had to get in the house and convince them to talk to you about insurance to begin with. So the great thing about FFL is that they know you're coming to talk about insurance, so half the work is already done. But the bad part about it is they know you're coming to talk to them about insurance. And people hate being sold things. So one of the first things I do to start to build value in the house, and why I'm there in the first place, is I disarm them, because I don't want them to be thinking about the sales process or the fact that they're about to buy something that they'll never really, except for the living benefits, see the benefits of. So the first thing I do is just put everything down to the side and just start a conversation. It's not meaningless conversation. I'm digging from the beginning, from the time I walk in the door. If it's mortgage protection, I want to know how they found the house, why they bought that house, where they were living before, or if they were renting before. I want to know what they were paying before. If it's a refinance, I want to know if they consolidated debt, if they pulled money out. I want to know all of those things, because I'm going to use those to build a case. Because that's essentially what you're doing, is you're building a case as to why what you're going to present to them, or why the insurance makes sense above and beyond why they filled out the form, because they're typically not on the same plane. If it's final expense, I want to know where their family lives. I want to know still what their mortgage is, who they're trying to protect, and why they're trying to protect that person, and why they don't have insurance already if they don't, or why they're looking for it, or why they need more insurance. Because I'm trying to eliminate as many objections as possible. Everybody talks about overcoming objections and rebuttals, and those are great, but if I can eliminate them and make this as smooth as possible, then it's a win-win for everybody. So the way I transition from that rapport building where I gather all that information is, it's simple. It's just, okay, obviously that's what we specialize in, or we wouldn't be at this table. The way we're going to achieve that is by going through this profile sheet. How many of you aren't using the profile sheet? Okay. If you haven't seen the profile sheet, or you're not using it, you have that would in itself is going to build so much value for you, because they just live. A lot of the things that you're going to talk to them about are intangible, things that they don't talk about on a day-to-day basis, and that's the first time that they've seen their life on a sheet of paper. And when you see it on a sheet of paper and see the deficiencies and things that are missing, it lands a little bit different. So you have to use the profile sheet. So I tell them that's exactly what we specialize in. If you're going through mortgage or final expenses, how much money they put in the savings, if they own the house, whether or not they're both on the mortgage, because if they're not, then it puts the one that's not in a very interesting situation where they have to requalify for the mortgage with just their income. And they were probably left off in the beginning to begin with, so it just legitimizes the need for whatever you're about to present. So if you're not asking that and painting that picture, then 9 times out of 10, they're saying something stupid like, we'll just figure it out. And they can't just figure it out, or they would have been there in the first place.